Hey, what's going on, my YouTube fam? Welcome to my channel. My name is Mark, and today we're gonna talk about liquidity pools and why and how they work. Ideally, I really wanted to make this video to explain why you might be losing your money if you're staking your hard-earned money in your tokens and your coins in these farms that just get launched on Polygon or Binance Smart Chain or even Ethereum. When you stake your coins against the native token of that particular Dapp. A lot of people asking these questions in Telegram groups as well as in Reddit. I always read those comments. In this video, I want to kind of pay attention to liquidity staking, to provision of liquidity on Polygon or Binance Smart Chain. I want to illustrate and demonstrate how your hard-earned money go down to near zero, and why these 5,000% APYs don't mean much. So let's get going, guys. So like I said, my main focus is to talk about new dApps that get launched on Polygon and Binance Smart Chain that promising high yields, high returns, and then we stake our USDC or our Matic or our Ether or BUSD against the native token, and then we see that the value has dropped by 90%. And where is all that 5,000 APY, where is it now? So I can almost guarantee you that 95% of all of these degen dApps that get launched even today drop in value by 90% within a week or within a month. The ones that don't get dropped that much are the ones that have honest and ethical, so to speak, developers and or investors. In many cases, a project does a pre-sale, they sell their tokens for a penny, and then when the project gets launched, liquidity that the devs provide normally almost encourages the early investors to sell ASAP. That's why the price dumps. Plus, people like you and me that harvest tokens, that we also try to get our money back if we're staking in the pool. So let's just go take it one step at a time so we're going to be on the same page, and I will explain things as they become more relevant to our topic. So how does liquidity provision work? So let's say you are the developer, you have developed the Dapp that is about to be launched on Polygon, and your token is called token X. Now you are trying to create liquidity for QuickSwap, for instance. You want to reward them by giving them that native X token for staking their money in LP. So to start, you take, let's say, 1,000 USD and 1,000 of that X token, and you stake it as follows on QuickSwap. So what happens with the price of the token, the X token? You can probably tell that if you have 1,000 of something and 1,000 of something else, that means that the token price is going to be 1, right? So you just divide 1,000 by 1,000, you're going to get 1. So in this example, they automatically, what's going to happen with the price is going to be $1, 1 USDC per X token. If, for example, developers decide to say, you know what, we want to price our project a little higher, we want to make it to be worth much more, what can they do? They can either decrease number of X tokens when they supply liquidity initially, or they can increase the amount of USDC against that same native token. For example, they could say, you know what, instead of staking 1000 USDC, let's stake 10,000 USDC. And now you can probably guess what happens with the price of the native asset, which is X token. The price will be $10 per token. See how you can easily manipulate the price of an asset when you initially provide liquidity on AMM, such as Pancake Swap, Uniswap, QuickSwap, JetSwap, blah 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 swap. It's very easy. All you do is just decrease the amount of tokens on one end or increase amount of tokens on the other end. That's it. Very simple. Then if you log into the platform, you can automatically see that the company, the Dapp, will incentivize you to stake LP tokens by providing liquidity. They will give you the most amount of APR because they want liquidity. They want to have someone who's going to provide liquidity for them so they can dump their tokens on you, essentially. Not really, all developers think like that, but that's essentially how things work. Now and we're gonna use very simple and basic examples because numbers won't be accurate because we're gonna just assume a lot of things. And the reason why is because there's something called slippage. And we'll talk about it later, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So in this example, let's say all this Dapp has is 10,000 USDC and 1,000 of token X, and now you decide to sell the X token. And again, I told you guys the examples will be very primitive. There will be kind of a close approximate figure to whatever the reality is. And again, the reason is slippage. So let's say you decide to sell 500 of the X tokens. Don't forget, you now have, if you take a look here, you now have 1,000 of X and 10,000 USDC. If you sell 500 of your X tokens, it will increase the supply of X and it will decrease the supply of USDC because you're taking the money out of the from the liquidity pool. You are taking one of the two assets out. You see that? So what happens with the price? And assuming you selected to go with a very high slippage, such as, I don't know, 30, 40, 50% slippage, which is absolutely not recommended to do for anyone. Let's assume that, again, I told you this will be a very simplistic and basic example. So with the high slippage, you just dropped the price of an asset by 67%. Don't forget, you now have, instead of having 1,000 X tokens, you have 1,500 of them, and USDC has dropped by a lot because you made a trade. And in a very basic and simplistic terms, the price of a token went down from $10 to $3.33. So if you were a developer and that was your only liquidity, you just technically did a rug pull. That's what rug pull really is. You just dump all of the native asset against another pair, whether it's Matic or BUSD, BNB, USDC, you name it. You just basically increase the supply of that native asset in that pool, and you took out another asset. So that's basically what a rug pull means, and the reason why most of the dApps that get launched, why they fail or why the token price collapses, and I keep saying it over and over and over again, is because of liquidity. Liquidity gets pulled by the devs. I don't care what anyone says. Devs are the ones control the project from the beginning. They're the ones who determine the price from the get-go, and they're the ones who collect the most rewards. Because listen, if you are staking your your assets to provide liquidity, to attract people, you are the ones who's going to benefit the most when it comes to getting that 5,000% APY. So the most honest and credible dApps on any blockchain are the ones with true decentralized nature of the Dapp, and is the one that does not rug pull you by just dumping everything that gets harvested on daily or hourly basis. Now, I don't want to point fingers because I really think that 95% of these projects are crappy, and everybody's trying to be the next Pancake Swap. Everyone's trying to be the next Uniswap, but whenever you see something 5,000% APY, you know there's a catch. And now, to answer the question of many people that are new in the space that are asking what happened to my money, I staked $5,000. Now it says I only have $1,000 left. What the hell is going on? WTF all over the place. And that's the reason, because the token price gets lower and lower, your APR decreases, and now instead of, yeah, you made, I don't know, 4,500% APY, but because the token price, dropped, I have no words for it. Now, so the RugDoc is this great, amazing, lovely company that was launched early this year, I believe, and the entire purpose of RugDoc was to protect investors by KYCing developers. And as of recently, I made a video about Dragon Gold garbage project that was that pulled the rug pull on us, and RugDoc clearly said that this project is low risk, blah blah blah. So you can't really trust any of these auditing companies, or especially RugDoc, man. They just a bunch of scammers, to be honest with you. I never really kind of fell for all of these. I mean, it's good that Paladin does the smart contract auditing. I like that fact because, you don't want to get into a Dapp that gets exploited, but RugDoc does not really do its job. So do not fall for that little, logo of a RugDoc on the front page of the Dapp. I mentioned the dark side of the liquidity pools, but I only I want to make sure you guys understand something. I'm only referring to scammy, shady, fly-by-night projects that get launched on Polygon almost every other day. There are a lot of great ways you can actually lock up your liquidity, lock up your assets to provide liquidity on different AMMs such as SushiSwap, QuickSwap, Uniswap, Pancake Swap, and benefit greatly from it. And actually I will I really wanted to speak about it in a separate video, but maybe I will mention it briefly in this video. And perhaps I can make a separate video just by cutting out this piece. Now I want to talk about how you can implement and use liquidity pools and liquidity provision by exiting the market in profits. So, and honestly, one of the guys, his name is D. I don't want to give his full name. He's a cool guy. We're kind of exchanging emails back and forth. He was emailing me on my old email address. I didn't respond on time, but he actually asked me about my exit strategy. What do you think? How you gonna do this? Can you make a video about it? I want to know your opinion. And I told him, listen, I've been in this space since 2017, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but my goal was to either accumulate a lot of crypto or to accumulate a lot of US dollars worth of that crypto. One or the other would be great for me. I believe in Bitcoin, I believe in Ethereum, I believed in these assets in 2017, but when I saw that hit the fan and I started seeing the collapse of the pricing, And here I'm basically complaining how I lost money because I was trying to trade to increase my Bitcoin stake, or at least increase my US dollar stake, and I kind of messed up. This is boring conversation. You don't want to hear this. Maybe I'll make a separate video on demand about this. Yeah, let's move on. But at the end of the day, because I was trying to trade and time the market, I was buying and then selling, trying to increase the amount of crypto I had, not really the dollar value of those cryptos. And then I ended up having nothing. I got into garbage coins that literally lost 90% of the value. I was very, very upset. And the amount of crypto that I owned, crypto that I really care about, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, that number also dropped big time. And I honestly did not dollar cost averaging. I did not have the opportunity financially to keep putting money in the market. So now, because AMMs are here, and there's a lot of different ways how you can protect your assets or even grow your assets when the downturn comes, you can use LPs, and you can use different AMMs of your choice to do that. So let's briefly talk about the strategy, that I can potentially use myself starting next month. So let's just use a basic example. Let's say you are a diehard fan of 3 projects. For example, like I personally like Chainlink, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And a certain amount of each coin, I probably will never sell. I just won't. I'm just gonna have it in my wallet, and I will try to accumulate more of it. I'm not going to make a mistake that I did in 2017, 2018. So let's use an example, and to make this math simple, let's say you have, I don't know, $46,000 between these 3 cryptos, between Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Chainlink. These are some of my favorite projects that I believe will be around for forever, really. Chainlink is the biggest DeFi play, in my opinion. It's the biggest oracle that no one will ever be able to replace. Again, my personal opinion, no financial advice. And obviously, I believe in DeFi, and Link is the core of DeFi. So I believe in Chainlink, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and you can choose your own projects, your own tokens that you like. And let's say, again, to make the math simple, we're gonna use that you have equal amount of dollars invested in these 3 projects, and you're not sure when the market will peak. You're not sure if you already should be selling your assets, and you're kind of trying to decide what's the best outcome for this strategy. And what I would do, and what I might do, in fact, is as follows. I will set 1/3 of each of these assets and convert it to USDC. Now you have BTC, Ethereum, and Link. Now you sell, and you have an additional asset, which is USDC. Now what you can do, you can stake what I might do, I might stake my Link with Ethereum, and my Bitcoin with USDC. I know people are gonna say, why do you care about your USDC? Why don't you just accumulate more and buy more Bitcoin? I get it. In the perfect world where you have unlimited amount of fiat and you can't afford to dollar cost average like George, like Banter family, I get it. You can do that, but most of us are not able to just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. In the perfect world, once again, it's great when you have a fixed passive income coming in from real estate or from your stable job, and your expenses are covered, you have no mortgage, and you are able to invest 2-3 grand each month into crypto. Obviously the best bet is just to hodl and dollar cost average, but in my book I don't have the option for that. So what I will do, I will try to minimize the risk and maximize the reward. If Bitcoin goes higher, great. I still have half of my stake in BTC. If Bitcoin drops, then I have more Bitcoin in that little pool. Same goes for Ethereum and Chainlink. I like them equally. You know what I mean? So I don't care which asset I have more of, Ethereum or Chainlink. I like them equally, and as long as I am exposed to both of these assets, I'm happy. So now you know how liquidity provision works, you know how LPs work. You go to your favorite AMM. I do not recommend going to the new ones like ApeSwap or JetSwap or VoltSwap. They are mostly on Polygon and Binance Smart Chain. I would stick with something more reputable like Uniswap, SushiSwap, or QuickSwap. That's just my personal opinion. So you go to these platforms and you stake your assets. So if you like Binance Smart Chain, go to Pancake Swap. It's the most reputable, I believe, platform on Binance Smart Chain. So you go to Pancake Swap, you go to SushiSwap, you go to QuickSwap, and what do you get for liquidity provision? If you didn't know, you earn fees, a portion of fees that gets generated, which is I think 0.3% of those fees goes to the people that are staking and providing liquidity. So your assets will grow regardless of what's happening. Yes, you might, if everything collapses and drops to by 80%, within 3 months, obviously your USD value will drop, but your token value will be higher because of those fees that get generated on top of that. In addition to earning fees for being in the liquidity pool, you will also earn native token in some cases. I know Uniswap doesn't reward you in Uni tokens, but when you stick on SushiSwap or QuickSwap or Pancake Swap, you will be rewarded with a native token that could be also converted to your favorite assets, to Ethereum, to BNB, or you just keep it in a native asset of that AMM. So, okay, let's sum it up. So what does liquidity provision and staking your coins do for you? It will minimize the risk, most likely will maximize the return. By holding one of your assets as a USDC, you are sort of taking profits already. So if everything collapses tomorrow, you will not feel bad about it, and you will also earn portion of fees that will automatically be reinvested in the LP, and you might be able to earn the native token as a reward for providing liquidity. And I see DeFi exploding, as years will be going by because of regulations the government's trying to push on us, because of China FUD and everything else. I personally believe that DeFi will blow up. NFTs is great, NFTs is amazing, but again, NFTs is also part of DeFi. So I believe in DeFi. I'm very passionate about DeFi. And I really like the fact that you can be part of this. You can provide liquidity and be rewarded for this. I just wish Ethereum was a little bit cheaper so I can stake my coins on my favorite platform, which is Uniswap. But so guys, I believe I covered enough. If you have any questions, just ask in the comment section. I'll try to reach out and respond. If I made a mistake and I said something that was not correct, let me know. I will be glad to kind of correct myself and make a video about it, or maybe acknowledge it in the comment section, or maybe a pinned comment. DeFi is the way to go. I will personally be doing the strategy, and also what I might be doing as a part of my profit taking strategy. I don't believe in this whole thing. You buy an asset, you hold until it does 10x, then you sell half and this and that. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see this with most projects, to be honest with you. I believe Bitcoin will go to the moon, and I believe in Ethereum and Solana and everything else, but I don't know which projects will go 10x, 100x. Not everything will moon, and maybe I'm being too pessimistic, maybe I'm just having some PTSD from 2017, 2018, but I just don't see, you know, assets blown up that much, because you need so much more cash to be injected in this crypto world. So maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but what I'll be doing, I'll be taking a portion of my assets and I will convert them to USDC and I will stake that. I don't want my USDC to just sit there in the wallet and do nothing. So what I'll do is, when I convert my 10% of my assets each month to USDC, I will most likely stake that on one of the AMMs also. People say cash is trash, but without the cash you can't buy assets you like. I definitely think that all of us should have a little portion of USD or USDC or any fiat, just to be able to deploy that fiat when the market, you know, corrects, when opportunity comes around. You can't really say cash is trash, because most of the people that are telling you to hodl and hodl and hodl, believe me, they will sell and they will try to time the market and they'll be selling their assets slowly. The Georges of the world, Manrans, and everyone else, they will take profits. So don't be the last one holding the bag, because you don't want to be the one left with your pants down and your full bag of garbage tokens that are worth nothing. So be smart, be successful, be happy. And if you want to be a part of this community, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That means a lot to me, to be honest with you. And now let's end this video, guys. Peace out.